Let's continue with the topic that how I started my journey as a data analyst. In the last video, I talked about back in 2019, I joined an institute to complete my data analyst certificate, but it was not all of it. During 2020, COVID hit and the classes went completely online. I was not able to focus on the classes because I was so much used to do the offline classes. The course included both data science and data analyst. While doing the certificate or studying via an institute, you are also getting the task homeworks to show it to the instructor before your next class starts. Because I was already working for 9 to 5 in my previous company, and then I was having the classes during the weekends. I was having the homeworks, but when this COVID started, I was not able to concentrate. Luckily enough, I had interest in SQL. So I was able to complete all of my projects but could not go through the data science projects. And now comes the difficult part, because now you have to prepare for the interview. You have to showcase yourself that you are skilled enough to get into a different domain or to start a different job in a completely different domain that you have no experience with. To practice my SQL, so I started solving questions on LeetCode, on HackerRank, as well as later on I got to know about the interviewquery.com. So practicing and preparing yourself for the interview, also failing in the interview, actually give the exposure to you to present yourself and get more confidence. And that's how I got the confidence. Before coming to this job, I failed numerous times there. But each time I started noting down the questions that were asked in the interviews, and I also started searching on YouTube channels. So what are the most frequent asked questions? What are the kind of questions and what are the topics expected from data analysts? Like for example, window functions, aggregation functions, joins, different kind of joins. What are cities? What are schedule jobs? What are triggers? And all these things were helping me to understand and practice myself for the interviews. SQL is one thing which is very much important for data analyst world. But now in today's world, when you are in 2025 or you're going to complete your graduation in 2026, there are more expectations towards the projects that you have done. Because if you're a fresher, they would know that you don't have corporate experience, but they would be expecting something from you. I know that it's quite tough seeing the market outside. The job market is highly competitive. If you're completely sure that you want to get into this field, start making your profile and portfolio stand out. Start practicing in Tableau. Like with the student certificate, you can get free access to Tableau desktop. So start practicing on Tableau, and you also have a free data set, like a Superstore data set from the Tableau. So you have a data set, you have free access to the platform, you have free access to Power BI platform. I would suggest to start preparing yourself and start creating projects on Power BI or in Tableau, and having the strong SQL experience where you can practice on the LeetCode, HackerRank. You can also download the SQL Lite in your desktop. And I told about the LeetCode and HackerRank and interviewquery.com because it has the code editor and you are practicing it live. But also I would mention that back in 2020 the market was good, so data analytics field was something new in the market in India, and people wanted to hire them plus train them. This time, if you're doing it, create your portfolio and practice. Put down your question in the comment section if you have any. I'll try to answer them, and if that is a common question, I'll try to make a different video on that topic.